The rise of Odin, from chaos to creation. How ancient Norse mythology is in an uprise in our modern day world of 2025 and moving beyond, and what kind of insights can we learn from it and apply to our daily life and reality. Before the gods, before the world, there was only chaos. From the void of Gnik, ice and fire clashed, and from his primal storm a seeker rose. His name was Odin. This is not just a story of power. It is a tale of a wanderer, a warrior and a weaver of worlds. The rise of Odin is the journey from nothingness to the creation of everything. The birth of a seeker. Long before Midgard, the 9 worlds or the Yggdrasil tree was only Gnik, the great nothingness. But within this emptiness, forces stirred. From the icy realms of Niflheim or the fairy lands of Muspelheim, creation began to take shape. Born from the line of Bor and Besla, Odin inherited not just divine blood, but an unshakable hunger, the hunger for knowledge, for understanding the forces that shape life and death. The first great battle. To bring order to chaos,
Odin and his brothers faced Ymir.
Primordial giants. From Ymir's body they forced the world. His flesh became the earth, his blood the seas, his bones the mountain, and his skull the sky. Yet even in creation, Odin knew order is never permanent. Chaos always lurks at the edges. The sacrifice for wisdom. The true rise of Odin came not from war, but from sacrifice. At Mimir's well, the fountain of wisdom, he gave up an eye, in exchange for sight beyond sights. This was the beginning of his transformation, from a warrior king into a god of deep perception, runes and magic. Power was no longer about domination, but understanding the weaving of fate itself. The runes and the web of weird. Odin's greatest gift to mankind came through another sacrifice, hanging for 9 nights upon the world tree. Pierced by his own spear, alone without food or drink, he entered the void and returned with the runes, symbols of magic, destiny and creation itself. The legacy of creation. From chaos, Odin shaped not only the worlds, but the very spirit of humanity. He breathed life into Ask and Embla, gifting them soul, sense and speech. Through him we inherited not just existence, but the quest for meaning. Odin's rise is a story of every seeker who dares to face the void, to sacrifice for wisdom and to create meaning from the chaos. And now the question is, what can we really do with this? So let's further explore part 2 of this video. And that's really like, okay, so how can we apply Norse mythology or these ancient wisdom into our modern day life? Don't seek, or just don't seek, or see the gods, the Norse gods, as an entity or something that is there up in the sky that we need to worship, but see them as in collective states of consciousness, like an archetype. Forgotten consciousness that still exists here within us. And how can we unlock that, access that, integrate that and ground that here in our day-to-day life and existence. In the Old Norse world, Odin was the Allfather, seeker of wisdom, weaver of fate and the wanderer between worlds. In Carl Jung language, he's the magician, the wise king and the shadow integrator. And in our modern day age of chaos and transformation, Odin is rising again. So let's have a look at Odin as an archetype. Carl Jung taught that the human psyche is shaped by ancient archetypes, patterns of energy and meaning that live deep in the collective unconscious. Odin represents the archetype of the seeker of knowledge, the one who sacrifices for wisdom, who travels into the unknown and who returns transformed. He is both warrior and mystic, both ruler and wanderer. In him we see the duality of power, not domination but perception, not control but understanding. So why exactly Odin is rising right now? We live in a time of overwhelming information, yet deep confusion. Our old systems are crumbling. Politics, economics, even our sense of meaning. In such times, the archetype of Odin emerges in the collective psyche, a call to seek deeper truths, to sacrifice comfort for clarity and to bridge the seen and the unseen worlds. In dreams, stories and media, Odin's energy whispers to us, look deeper, see beyond the surface, reclaim your power of vision. Remember, Odin as the All-Father. Today, Odin doesn't ride Sleipnir into battle. He rises in our ideas, our innovations, our quest for self-mastery. He appears in those who blend strategy with intuition, who lead not by force but by insight, who stand at the crossroads of tradition and progress. Just as Odin traded an eye for wisdom, we are asked, what are you willing to sacrifice for true sight? So how can we integrate this archetype? Carl Jung believed that personal transformation comes when we integrate the archetypes within us. To walk with Odin's spirit is to embrace both your light and your shadow, to seek the runes of your own soul, to listen to your inner waves, and to lead yourself before leading others. Seek wisdom, weave faith, lead with perception. So how do we answer the call of the All-Father Odin? The rise of Odin in our collective consciousness is not about worshipping an old god. It's about awakening the part of ourselves that sees, that questions, that creates order from chaos. He's not returning to lead us, but to remind us that the wisdom we seek has been with us all along. So once again, Odin is rising. Will you answer the call?